Lovely. Well, Ross, thank you very much for joining us at Wyntercon. What have you made of the weekend so far?
Oh, it's been brilliant to come back to do one of these events after such a long time, and it's great to just meet the fans and have a chat with them and share the stories of their love of Star Wars and other films, and it's just great to have that community together again.
As an actor, does it surprise you as to how much people can take films to their hearts?
It did, but now after doing it for such a long time, it's more sort of like it's a love, really. It's an enjoyment, and they get more of it just from not just seeing the film. They actually then can meet the people, the actors who play the characters they really enjoyed watching, and it makes their whole experience a whole lot more. And I love all that. I love to share the stories on the behind the scenes stories and things like that. It's just great, and it makes their. If when they come to a convention, it's not just sort of straight sort of like hello and goodbye sort of thing. It's sort of like they get more and more out of it, and they come back to you again afterwards.
And obviously, some of the roles you've played, very similar to our friend here.
Yes.
You wouldn't necessarily recognise that person. So how does it feel when you've had a full mask and a real disguise, so to speak, and then people come up to you and go, ah?
Well, I think the height helps. Yes, I mean, being over a 7 foot, there's not many roles. If it's hairy roles, at least, and I can't really do Ewoks, especially unless I'm on unless I kneel down. But no, there are some photographs out there that show my head off, and they match the faces up, and they go, "Oh my God, it's you!" And then when I say about being a body double for Supremely the Snoke, they even more. They think, "My God, you've been like basically the Emperor, and also a Wookiee at the same time, the dark and the light coming together, sort of thing." So, yeah, I've had some jaw-dropping moments this weekend already. So it's always lovely to see that.
How does it feel to have been a part of the franchise, which has just gone berserk?
I did have to pinch myself several times on the set, because I've always been a Star Wars fan. I had all the toys and used to sort of like act out some scenes and new scenes and things with the toys, and then to be asked to be in it and to be lucky enough to be the roles I've done. It's really a dream come true, especially being a Wookiee. That was a boyhood dream, and I got to meet Peter Mayhew back in 2007 at a 30th anniversary of Star Wars, and I was hired to dress up as a Chewbacca, and he was there with his wife Angie signing, and he actually stopped me and showed me how to walk like a Chewie, how to roar like Chewie, and how to hold the bowcaster and everything. So I had a masterclass from the man himself, and I thought, well, if that's the closest I want to get to being in Star Wars, I'll still die a happy man. And then 10 years later, I'm doing it for real. And I had his advice and inspiration in my head while I was still there. So I just hope I did Peter proud.
And you mentioned about the roaring there. Is it hard to learn Wookiee language?
I know what's coming, I think. Well, I was taught that people that do it out their mouths is actually through your nose, and one on the set of Solo, we were kind of like communicating, like the four of us communicating through Wookiee speak, and Ron Howard really thought that was fantastic, because it wasn't just actors playing a character, they were actually Wookiees for real on the set. So we were going around going. There's probably better ones out there, but luckily it was all dubbed over. But yeah, no, it was awesome. And for the length of time I was on that set for, every day I had a smile on my face. Yes, it was just brilliant.
Fantastic. I mean, you think of Star Trek, they've got Klingon. Do you think that Star Wars fans could maybe have Wookiee to have their language?
It would be great if they could learn Kashyyyk. That would be awesome. That would be. Kids, learn Kashyyyk. Learn the ways of the Force, and literally force yourself to get around that language. Yeah, you'd be going up to people going like. Yes, and then that's the language they are. It's much easier to learn than probably Vulcan or Klingon even. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you're mentioning about learn the Force, but of course you've got to stay on the right side of the Force. Don't go to the dark side.
Oh, I don't know. being partly on the dark side, it's not all bad. I think Snoke was just misjudged.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much indeed.
And thanks for being at Wyntercon.
No. Thank you for having me here. It's been fantastic.
Brilliant.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.